How does it feel when you do feel like someone, wow, this person's like sticking by me, and is that a new experience, and what does it feel like?
When no one's nothing but positive and good to you, in the end, you almost become positive and good. Just, you know what I mean? You start to get your good qualities back, and that positive energy is infectious. Sometimes you have no self-love or confidence at all, but then by a support worker sticking by you and just showing you, you know, that they're there and they forgive you, then you start to develop that naturally.
Can you describe to me what about Flick has worked for you, which is different?
They've just been like really consistent. They've always been there no matter what I've done, and there's probably, I'd say 9 out of 10 services out there would have closed my case a long time ago. I think I would have definitely been worse or the same if I didn't have Flick stick by me and have insight into my trauma. And like drugs and alcohol, like addiction can make mental health worse, and it can take a while for the client to realise that.
Can you also tell me maybe a little bit about, you said that forgiveness is really important.
Yeah, because I find that especially if someone's like really rageful, like that their mental health rage is just like consume them, it's gonna get directed to the support worker without intent, you know, like not intentionally, but it just will. Like, number one, because they're just so full of rage, and they that's all they're used to doing at the time. And number two is, as I said, a lot of people tend to push everyone. It's their coping mechanism. They just think that they're past saving, and they're so ill, no one can help, and you know they're just so mentally fucked that, so mentally mentally unwell, that no, they're just convinced that no one can help them, so they'll just say and do things to avoid, do you know what I mean, to avoid anyone trying to help them, because they feel like they can't be helped at the time. And reality of it is they can be helped, but you just need to work with them for a period of time to get them to that, do you know what I mean, that better mental state. And yeah,
And what aspects of your life do you feel like good support affects?
everything, literally everything. Just even just getting out of bed in the morning. Some people are severely suicidal. They could be suicidal most days of the week, and then 2 years later, barely at all. Like, they actually wake up in the morning most of the time and actually live, and do you know what I mean? Live life.
I don't know about you, but for me, connection feels really important, like an authentic connection.
Yeah, if like someone's severely depressed or like really ill, they've practically pushed a lot of people away, and they don't really have anyone. And then just developing that, you know, human connection again can bring back their humanity where they might have lost it for a bit. Genuine and good support can make you actually laugh again. It can bring actual happiness. Like a few years ago, I never laughed. And now, majority of the time, all I do is laugh. And if you told me that a couple of years ago, when I was just angry or severely depressed and sad, that's all that, you know, I never used to laugh. I forgot even what laughter felt like, you know. And then, yeah, it can just change everything.
Oh, excellent. Is there anything you want to say about trust in the relationship?
Trust is very important. A lot of people have experienced a trauma, don't trust, you know, or really struggle with it because they've been traumatized by someone, do you know what I mean, close, or yeah.
What's something that you think you have learned from Flick, and what's something that you think you have taught Flick?
I feel like people can change. That's what I've learned from Flick, is people can change, and don't give up on yourself and don't give up on other people. If I was you, I would just think to myself, I am one humble motherfucker. I am so patient. I am so genuine and forgiving. And, you know, and that can go a long way to change someone's life.